Codes of ethics. As our chapters show, there are many of them. Some are accepted in practice by more people, some by fewer. Are they actually useful? Are they a valuable mosaic of suggestions for correct action? Or are they simply not very concrete words? The question actually gives the answer. They are a mosaic. They deal with many practical issues, and depending on the code, different areas are elaborated differently, either well or poorly. This is why we also present different codes in the module. That is why we also show why some are more or less criticized, or what some are better or worse suited for. What is certain, however, is that a good potpourri of codes basically makes actions better. Let us take the code v010, for example. The code is definitely a general code dealing with human rights of human dignity. It spreads nice, big guidelines on 13 very roughly formulated points for the communications industry. Created in 1965, it was one of the first, if not the most important code for the communications and PR industry. Others were added later. Let's jump to 2012. Here one of the last important codes was actually installed. It is the German Communications Code. It has been designed very intelligently. It is a cross-check, a meta-analysis, one could say, of different codes. It was compiled from different areas, and the best was then implemented in this code in a contemporary way. Why do I say contemporary? For example, there are some points that are no longer included. For example, older codes previously contained a requirement for the completely free flow of information. This requirement has now become a functional transparency. So there are certainly changes in the codes, but apart from the above-mentioned deviation, it can be seen that over 40, 50, 60, even 70 years, there has been a very great deal of consistency in the formulations of guidelines for correct action. As has already been argued, it makes sense to follow them. There can never be an absolute truth about ethics, but there are many small pieces of the mosaic that help us to act better and more correctly in communication.